speaking to a lot of different winemakers and having tried a lot of wines too, the vineyards are really important. So what decisions do you make here at Quady to make sure you can produce the wines that you expect to put out the door?
First decision's kind of been made for me for a long time. That's working with really good growers who are dedicated to giving us quality grapes, and that's a bedrock of the whole thing for sure. A couple of growers in particular I've learned an awful lot from. I didn't really know much about grapes and grape growing, having worked mostly on the wine side. So working with them to walk the vineyards a little bit. Just get in the natural cadence of the growing season, the intricacies of however that works. If it's a early or a late year, what particular pressures are building that year, whether there's a lot of mildew pressure or, whether whether there's a lot of shatter and that creates, other problems with, tonnage and making up for lost time out there. I think, it's one of the truisms. It's one of the most oft quoted things about you're not gonna make decent wine without decent grapes. And
right.
That holds true no matter what you're doing. And I think in this area where folks are, many growers have teamed up with many large wineries, and it is strictly about tonnage, quality tonnage, but we're going for a little bit extra. We've got one fairly consistent grape, which is Canelli, consistent in that a lot of folks grow it, but orange muscat and black muscat are two kind of odd ducks. Black muscat, especially, also known as Muscat Hamburg, but it's primarily a table grape the world over. But few places in California have been able to do some stuff with
wines with it.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
And the initial connections that we made and the wines that we made with those grapes sort of spurred on some experimentation with some of the folks here. So we've got a pretty good amount of plantings going on in our area here. Most of the grapes come from within 5 to 10 miles of where we are right now, and a little bit of offsite stuff. We get a little bit of grapes, a little bit of the black muscat comes from Manteca. We've got a contract with some orange muscat being grown in Elk Grove. A couple of things in Fresno County, but primarily Madera County is, it's a good 75% of everything every year for us.
Now there's some interesting grapes grown in Madera County that a lot of people don't know about.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. So is there anything about well, tell us a little bit about you've been here at Quady a long time, so there's a culture that's going on. There's a winemaking process, but what makes Quady stand out in Fresno as far as its goals for winemaking?
I think having been here for 40-ish years, the only other place there's a couple of places that have been around a long time. But people ask about the area and wineries of acclaim, and you pick up an old book, pick up something that Jancis Robinson made mention of it, and Oz Clark. But you thumb through and you find Central Valley, and you're going to find Quady and Ficklin there for sure. Ficklin can hang their hat on really great port and pretty much being about port. And Andrew Quady was a port fan for sure, but coming here and really wanting to kind of swim upstream and do something wacky and different in the 80s and make dessert wine when everybody was retreating from dessert wines and making dry white wines. So, we are about making sweet wine. I mean, we don't make any bones about that. We meet a lot of folks we introduce a lot of folks to wine drinking because of the kind of wines we make. And they're super supportive and energetic, and they're all, it's a treat to meet them. They're always super excited to put a name to a place and a place to a bottle, and I can't say enough about them. They keep our crazy little endeavor floating.
Well, it seems to be working. We're glad you were able to join us. Please feel free to follow us at www.cacorks.com. And I encourage you to join our email list. We'll keep you informed what's happening out there on the California Wine Trail. We'll see you next time.